All right, troopers, how we doing? So I wanted to talk to you guys and show you the big drop that's coming for this month. This is the first part of the Razorcrest, and the Razor. I know it's been a long time, been working on this thing, and I cannot. I wish this thing had been out 6 months ago. It has taken a long time. It's one of those things where I have been looking at pictures from production. I've been literally screen capping and looking at um, frame by frame from the TV shows and the movie. And I'm just trying to do as much research here. I literally have a Razor Crest sitting on my desk that I'm looking at for reference and just kind of really trying to make this the best I can. A lot of struggling, kind of trying to figure things out because there's some weird shapes and stuff in here. But anyway, you don't want to hear about that. What you want to hear is what is this? So this will be the first of I think it's probably going to be about three drops for the Razor Crest. This will be part one. Next month will be part two. Month after that will be part three. Um, and so it is going to be essentially, they're going to be up for about a month each. Um, and then they'll go to the archive after that. So if you are a member now, you're in a good spot to get this. If you're not a member, join sometime this month. You'll be able to get this. You'll be able to get the next drop and the next drop after that. Okay? So this thing's big. Um, and I mean it is big. It is scaled for 1/12 scale, which means if we have, let's say, let me try to find, let me try to find some characters here to turn on. So here are the people that I'm kind of working with, and you can kind of see like how I've been measuring this thing. But essentially, like if you look at this guy, he is 6 inches. He is 6 inches tall, and he comes up to right about there. So this ship is sitting about 6 inches off the ground, which is that's big. you know, you're looking at this thing. It is one, two, three, about four. At this point, I think the engines are going to take it higher, but it's about 2 feet tall, sitting on the landing gear. Um, and then it is going to be very, very long. I don't remember the exact measurement that I did, but let's say, you know, 5 feet probably, but it's pretty big. This one by itself, it tip of the gun, again 6 inches. So let's say one, two, three, four, five, six. About 36 inches long, so about 3 feet long. So 36 inches, about 24 inches tall, and then you can imagine how wide it would be. Um, so yeah. So one of the questions I had from the Patreon member last month was could I display this kind of like how they did the set for the Mandalorian TV show? And I was like, well, that was actually an intention. Um, so Dave Filoni had the cockpit section. Now this is a little bit bigger than that cockpit section, but this is what I think is like the most action-packed part of the ship because it has the canopy, it has the cockpit, it has a lot of detailing on the front, has the big guns, has the lowering ramps for the side. So there's a lot of stuff here that's really kind of cool. So let's go ahead and talk about kind of what's going on. So let me take you on a tour. So right off the bat, you'll notice we got a front landing gear. I have a small cradle back here because obviously it needs something to sit on. Um, and so, once you put this all together, it'll have the rear landing gear that it can sit on. The idea, hopefully, this works. but I understand this is going to be heavy, is I'm going to have these locking bars that go across from the front section to the rear section, and that thing can essentially come together, and then you can pull it apart as you need to. So that's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see. Hopefully that works. And you know what? If that doesn't work, good old fashioned glue, I guess, is another option. Um, okay, a couple of features here, and just because of how weird the angles are on this thing, I can't really rotate it out properly, but we got the door opening here. It's got a inserted secondary piece that comes out from this section right here. And then inside, you'll notice it's got this little ball right here. So this actually will kind of latch every, few inches. It's coming out, so it'll like kind of latch in here, but then you can pull it out and it'll snap in here or snap in there. So you should be able to get it to lower down kind of where you want it to. So if you want to be really short, have like kind of a steep incline, or have, be, a little bit more gentle, and then pull this thing out and let it kind of come out to about there, you have that option as well. So you'll need to print two of these guys right here for either side. And yeah, okay. The guns, they will rotate. They're on little hinges right there. If we pull them out, so you got a ton of detail on these things. They really just kind of peg in. I mean, they don't really, well, maybe they do move on the show, but I don't remember them moving that much. Ton of detail on here. I'm trying to make these little inserts where it's like highly detailed. I'm making these separate so that if you want to do like a resin print of just that piece, then do it. And then you can pop this in and glue it in, okay? Another thing that has been requested, and I agree, is to have the option of pop-in glass canopy pieces. And so these are all hand modeled. I mean, everything's hand modeled, so I don't know why I say that, but these are hand modeled, and they fit into the frames. In fact, there's actually a lip in the frame. Each one of these frames, that they should kind of like snap in. I probably put a little bead of super glue just to kind of hold them in. But if you resin print these in like a clear resin, you're probably gonna have to do some sanding, like really high grit sanding, to get them like super glass clear. But it is possible. Okay, if you don't like that, if you don't want to do that, I got it. That's fine. Don't print these, and you can just have like completely open canopy. But I think it's kind of cool. I've seen some really amazing work. A friend of mine, Nathan Kozuk, who used to be a Patreon member, did some really amazing work with my Jedi fighter and just polished the heck out of the canopies really, really well. So anyway, he did good work. So pull that up. And sorry if you hear my son and my wife. I think they're playing in the back. So here's kind of the star of the show. I think I spent a lot of time on this cockpit. So the chairs are all detailed. They just peg directly into the floor. You'll notice there's a little well right here that dips down into the floor. And that's just extra space for his feet to sit in, because I was running into an issue of like fitting the second floor and the first floor, like where the bathroom and the bed area was. So that is, I had to kind of fudge it a little bit, but there's a little dip here for his feet. Controls. I'm looking at pictures from the show from Hasbro's HasLab. I'm looking at stuff from like cross sections. So I'm trying to pull as much as I can and pull details into there. I'll let you know. These are going to be movable rotatable joysticks. So if you want them to rotate, there's a little ball socket there. You can put that in if you want to. Okay. All right. So intentionally speaking, you could glue the entire canopy together as one big frame and pull the whole thing off if you wanted to do that. The intention is these are only the parts that come off. Okay, so there is pieces here and here that you can slide out, and that's the intention. These pieces of the canopy right here kind of frame out the doorways, and I think make them look a little bit more interesting. But we do have spaces. Okay. So if I take this, let's go and move that over. Move that over. Oh. And move that over. Okay. So we got cockpit chairs, and then kind of moving into the back, we got the first door section. I'm going to add a few more details here, so it's going to look a little bit different when I upload it onto Patreon. And then we got a second door here, because actually in the show there is like, you can see there's another door back there, so like that's I always thought there was like another space. But we do have the ladder. I want to put a little clip here for him to put his disruptor rifle or his detonation rifle, whatever the cool rifle is he has, the one from the Christmas special. And if you know, you know. It's the best rifle ever. And then there's another space back here, and I still don't know what I want this space to be. In my mind, it would be a space for a table, a chair. It would be a place for a galley, because he doesn't have any of that on this ship. He needs a place to like make food, and as best as I can tell, he doesn't have a space for that. And also, if it was me, I would have a bed here. I don't want to go sleeping in this thing. Like, that just doesn't seem very fun. But I probably for next month, I'll probably create like some sort of interior piece to go in to be like part of the interior decor, because I don't really want it to just be, bare. That's boring. So we'll figure something out for there. So yeah, but that's kind of what I think is fun. All right, so all of these pieces, everything is removable. These columns have tabs that can go in. The ladder pops out. There are these little detail pieces. Those come out. And those actually will peg in. This whole bathroom section is just a big block. And this thing is basically, you'll build the shell and then you'll drop this in. Yeah, I mean, it's made to fit right in there. So we got a bed section in here. Actually ended up sculpting and running some cloth simulations to get it to kind of look more, get it to kind of drape like a blanket. And then we got the urinal bathroom in here with all the pipes and weird stuff, and I don't know how he uses this bathroom, but you know what? I'm not going to judge. He does his thing, I do my thing. All right, so we'll put that back in. And then over here is going to be the opening doors for the armory. These will actually pop in, and they'll just kind of hinge out like that. There's two of them, so they'll hinge out. If any of my Patreon members happen to work for ZBrush or Maxon, if you guys could put in a controllable visibility per group, that'd be really cool, because I have not found that yet. Anyway, so you take the doors out. Here's the interior of the armory. It's nothing crazy. It's just places like little shelves to put weapons. So, but the whole armory does actually come out. and see there's like a peg, 2 pegs right here, because this wall section is removable. And so the idea is that if you wanted to get access into there, you could pull the armory off and pull this off, and then you could have access inside. Yeah. And then I'm kind of playing around with this. I might put another like little removable spot right here. I'm not 100% on it yet. But I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty happy with it so far. This thing has taken quite a long time. Again, I apologize for that. It's gonna take a little bit longer because of the other pieces I'm gonna have to finish off. But I think the wait has been worth it. I'm really proud of what this thing has been. It's been by a margin the most complicated build so far, maybe in comparison to like the katana. And I think the katana was a little more straightforward in some ways. But this is a pretty cool thing, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. So if you have any questions about it, by all means, shoot me a question. If you can't find parts, honestly, sometimes Google Drive or Patreon doesn't upload everything that I tell it to upload, and it looks like it's uploaded for me. And so, don't freak out. Just shoot me a message like, hey, I can't find this file, and I'll make sure it's up there for you. Okay. So again, I'm going to put this up. It's going to be up for the month of August, and then it is going to go to archive. It's going to be an archive. Haven't determined yet how long it's going to be an archive exclusive for, but it's going to be there for a little while. And then I'm going to have the other parts come out, and then we'll kind of, we'll see how the whole thing looks. Right now, it's probably going to be, part B is probably going to be the second half of the ship, and then part C is going to be the engines, and then maybe some details and stuff like that kind of get dropped in. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy this. Hope you print it out.